But despite negative perceptions, scavengers are finding more ways to make ends meet. Research shows that Nigerian scavengers exported about 5 billion naira worth of scrap in more than 12 months. Chinimi Bami takes a look at the activities of scavengers in Niger State.
Scavenging and waste picking is an important economic activity that provides an income to over 15 million people worldwide and has a financial impact of several billions of dollars each year. Data sourced from the National Bureau of Statistics quarterly report on foreign trade statistics in 2023 showed that revenue from the sale of cans and aluminium scraps collected from the streets, packaged and exported to countries such as Brazil and South Korea increased by 19.7% between the fourth quarter of 2022 and the corresponding period of 2023. 1% of the urban population in developing countries makes a living from scavenging. It is one of the oldest economic activities as humans. Solid waste is a fact of life. By simply living, everyone produces waste. The amount generated and the materials contained in trash vary widely from country to country and changes over time. During most of human history, disposing of waste was not a problem. Before the Industrial Revolution, waste were mostly organic, food and kitchen leftovers. These would rot and become part of the soil. People used organic matter to fertilize agricultural fields and a way of recycling the nutrients. That was a form of scavenging. The invention of plastics brought significant benefits to consumers, but also created problems because it can take thousands of years for plastics to decompose. Some plastics can be recovered and recycled, but others cannot. In fact, according to specialists, some types of plastics, such as soda bottles, will hang around forever. These waste pickers take on the responsibilities of picking these non-degradable items and reduce soil and water pollution. Most African countries collect less than half of the waste generated by their inhabitants. Here in Niger State, these waste pickers move from neighborhood to neighborhood to buy waste directly from households before it even gets to the trash. But how do they dispose them? They sell them to make money. We visited this local market called Kaswangwari in Mina, the capital of Niger State, where they sell second-hand items, the end point for majority of the scavengers in town. First, we visited the area disguised as regular visitors to get familiar with the terrain and observe the people, because some of the young men here are exposed to substance abuse. A month after, we decided to visit with the whole crew, and the people were willing to speak with us.
Ana kai su irin su Lagos, ana narka su, wa'ansu ana yin rodi da su, wa'ansu kuma ana zuba su a cikin kwantena masu kyan kenan kwalisi, ana zuba su a cikin kwantena ana yin kasa waje da su, da shi ne ake dan san wake safara sake wa'ansu abubuwa da dama fiye da su.
In ya zo za mu yi mai interview, in ya iya muka yi mai interview, muka yi da interview din shi, za mu ba shi truck da kuɗi ya shiga gari. In bai iya ba kuma za mu haɗa shi da wanda ya iya a koya mai, ya san aluminium, ya san kofa waya, ya san brass, akwai muna siyan roba, muna siyan kwali, muna siyan paper, muna siyan gora, muna siyan ƙarfe da magashi na shi ne.
17-year-old Amir and Badamasi have dropped out of school and now earn a living here like other children, collecting scrap metals for their bosses. The items they gather are weighed on a scale and they are paid based on the weights.
Okay. Ya baka zuwa makaranta?
Ina zuwa, sai na je na dawo nake zuwa. Makaranta, ani da makaranta na daɗe da ritaya.
Wani aji ne ka bari?
Ina fama ko. Kuma za ka ba ma kallon ɓarawo da yawa in ka je. Wani kuma so biyu wanda ya mun kallon ɓarawo ba yadda nake yi ba, rashin hankali ake da ni. Kuma mutum sai wani ma yana yi ma bai samu wani kuɗin aiki ba. Amma sai a
kowane kilo muna siya 300, 11.5 ya kama 300 da 30.
Kayan gwangwani. Kai kana nima? To bari mu magana.
We continued the interview until this man in blue jersey came and insisted we leave the market immediately. We had no option because it appeared he was displeased with our work and we had no form of security. We had to oblige and leave immediately for our own security. Outside this area is a market where fairly used and fabricated items are sold. The raw materials often gotten from the scrap metal collectors.
Samun sauki da abin da suka zo siya za su samu sauki kowanne kayan ana saiwa 10,000 za su same shi 6,000 ko 5,000 a nan saboda namu sakon ne wani kuma lokacin sakon din ya fi sabon quality saboda sakon na da ne wannan kuma da ana an rage mai quality yasa suke zuwa.
Can do anything. Most especially, they said what man can do, woman can do it much better. So that is it.
Okay, how long have you been in this market?
These 4 years.
I've been here for at least 30 years. So we do manage a lot of scrap, maybe as long as they are waste already, we used to turn them to other useful items for use. But
Waste pickers have daily contact with waste, so they can be smelly and have a raggedy appearance. Many of them are illiterate or have minimal schooling. Not surprisingly, the rest of society usually looks down on them, but a closer analysis of waste picking activities demonstrates that scavengers do make positive contributions to society, and with proper support, their contributions can be greater.
This market might look small, but it is grooming and churning out entrepreneurs every day. But you see, the people that are here are not just entrepreneurs. I also call them the earth savers. They go to dump sites and waste bin. They pick non-degradable items. They don't only transform them to cash, but they also transform them into everyday items like pots, charcoal stove that could be used as everyday appliances in the home. What can the government do for these people? Make this place industrialized, provide machines for these people, provide training so that the items that are created here can meet global standards and exports can happen from here. Chenemi Bami, TVC News, Mina.